What's up guys, it's your boy Skino here, and today, oh yes today, we are going to be talking about the Panzer 38T, and why you absolutely should buy it if you are getting into War Thunder. So, the first thing about it is, I love this tank. Like, this game here is my best game. I did get killed by a T60. You'll see that later when it goes. I'll probably leave it going. But you do get so much in such a small package. Honestly, this thing needs to be nerfed. You have HVAP rounds. Now think about that. You were playing, well, this thing's BR is 1.3, and you have HVAPs. HVAPs, for God's sake. And that can penetrate 64mm of armor. And they can penetrate stuff up to 64mm at 10 meters. So if you get really close and personal, which things could do, you do have a quick firing gun, 20mm Germ 20mm are amazing. You do though have still the Shepard, but this thing is just by itself is just amazing. So with this thing, quick little backstory. Basically, had a few Panzer 38Ts left over. They were basically out of date. They're like, hey, slap a 20mm on the top and use it that way. I will be no annotations like in the like kind of photos and stuff like in the CUT-37, but this thing's like OPS. It's got an NG42 on the coaxial. Now think about that. That is a great gun, and especially since you're at really low tier, you're going to be seeing lots of tanks that are open, like the LTVA1, some AA from multiple countries, including Britain, Russia, and Japan. So you can rip a truck to shreds with that, like any truck. Especially the Russian ones. Those are just basically tin cans with guns strapped to the back of it. And this thing is just amazing. You do have 50mm of armor on the hull, then you have a 16mm strip, which is a very weak spot, and then you have 30mm on your turret. And to say that is like kind of pike nosed, you do have that 50mm hull armor, which is basically flat. It is sloped back a little bit, but it ain't gonna be saving you. Again, the gun is extremely good, especially for 1.3. I said it can go up to easily fight up to 2.7. In this loader, I purposely put the Jagdpanzer 1 on it, or the Jagdpanzer, just to make it a little bit more easier. In the packs, this is called the sdkfz 140-1, so just remember that, but either or, it's an amazing little tank. It does kind of have a high profile, especially with those anti-tank grenade mesh that it's open. The aerials really give you away unless you're in a really big bush. So it does have a pretty high profile, but the turret is extremely low. You do have a 4-man crew, which is amazing. Especially at this tier, that lots of tanks have solid shot AP, not many APHEs. You're normally fighting against the only country that really has an effective APHE, which is Japan. You're fighting with them, not against them, which is amazing. But it does kind of come back in the bite in your butt that you do have a very weak ally most of the time in realistic. I mostly play realistic these days in tanks. Again, this is going on to me showing off more of my the vehicles I brought in the summer sale pack, which is great. As you can see here, the T60 that knocked out my gunner and my loader. but I did still have 2 crew members. I kind of just potatoed here, and I didn't even notice. You kind of noticed just past that Jagdpanzer 1, the T-60 come up, and I didn't even notice it. And he just came up and straight away just shot me with 1 bullet and managed. And on that side though, the T-60 did attack me from, that my turret is kind of facing, I got shot from, there is a massive ammo rack on there, and it's behind only 16mm of armor. That is a problem because American 37s, British 40mm, and Russian 45s could easily penetrate 16mm. There's no stopping it. As soon as it goes through there, you're gonna hit that ammo and boom, your tank's dead. Anyway, but you can easily get full games. If I'm remembered, you do have 20 clips of, no, 30 clips of 10 rounds, 300 rounds in total, and you can normally down a tank in probably, let's say, maybe a clip. Just basically a clip. Some tanks, like some American tanks, their turrets are up in there, like, kind of putting their turret directly onto you, can be a little bit harder to bounce, but anyway, you'll still go through. The gun's accuracy isn't the best, and again, the armor, it does have some weak, like, kind of links in it. But if you know how to play this thing, and you're playing against noobs, if you're a noob and you're playing against noobs, this thing can easily wreck a team. I honestly don't know why Gaijin hasn't nerfed it, and I don't know why people don't do that many videos on it. Like, it's probably I only see this vehicle when new countries are added. It's the only time I ever see this vehicle. Otherwise, I never see it. Like, I think I've seen it probably maybe 40 times in the max, and I have over 700 hours in War Thunder. I have no life. But again, you do have quite a, like, kind of decent tank, which is kind of good. You do have a decent tank. It is fairly maneuverable. It has a fairly good top speed of, I think it's like 40 kilometers an hour, 38 kilometers an hour. But you do have the problem that it is kind of has the same problems as a Panzer 38T F-type. It is pretty heavy and it's quite unmaneuverable off terrain. I am going quite fast here. You kind of have to take a little while to speed up, but once you are up to speed, you're fine. So yeah, I'm kind of rambling now. Another thing is that it has a pretty high profile. As you can see, I'm parked right next to a Panzer 38TA. It should be at the F. This thing should be at 2.0. There's no doubt about it. But as you can see, I was right next to that, and I'm about the same height by my main hull, but I have all those extra things just saying, hey, I'm over here. You're not hiding behind anything low. Your turret is quite high though, which can be a pro and a con. A pro can be that you can keep most of your hull under cover, and your turret is like a little slit of your whole tank's height. And then you can just shoot at your enemy, and if your gunner commander gets killed, you can back away if you drive it, because your drive's still fine. So yeah. But, again, a little bit of recap. Buy this thing, please. If you are getting into War Thunder, and maybe, like, you want to get vehicles very easily and very fast, buy it. Like, this thing is in the Desert Rats pack, so I think that costs, like, if I'm sure, I'll just check Steam quickly. Go down here, open it up, please. It is, if I'm sure, the Desert, no, it's in the Panzer pack. The Desert Rats adds a British tank and the Grant. It's only 14 NZ dollars, which is, I think, it's like 10 US dollars. Um, that is extremely cheap, and you do also get 500 golden eagles, and I think you can also get what's it call it? I think you also get some premium, which is a nice trade-off if you are trying to get some extra stuff. Like you're trying to get some premium to start off the game. No, you do not get a premium, but um, you do get still that double XP, and you get the Panzer 2H in that, which is at its 2.3. It's a great tank in its own. It's very nippy, fast. I will be doing a separate review on that. That should be coming in the next few weeks. I want to do some MLG reviews, like using the text-to-speech. That would be a nice thing. I've had so many ideas since like the middle of this year to do that. But I'm rambling. I will leave you with the rest of this gameplay. So if you guys like the video, make sure you guys slap a like on it, please. This is just common YouTube stuff. I'm just gonna beg you guys, please give me likes and subscribers because that's what I need right now. Please. I get crippling depression when people don't subscribe. Well, my channel gets that little amount of views anyway, and it doesn't happen. But if you guys really like the video, make sure you guys consider subscribing. If you guys didn't like the video, put a dislike. I don't really care. It's feedback, so if I see you guys don't like something, I'll make sure I don't do it again. And yeah, and I guess I'll catch you in the next one. And yes, I will spawn camp here, but basically the enemies are lost anyway. So yeah, bye.